Pittsburgh, how the fuck are we? Oh my god, my favorite thing that's happened so far since I got here was Joe, who was just up here. Keep it going for Joe. I love that Joe was killing it, just killing it. And then he said, but I'm braver than Bailey, and all of you were like, because half of you don't know who I am. Actually, it's probably more than that, to be fair. And then the others were like, no, she's the thing that is more brave right now. And I think that that's important for us. All right. That's cool. And I drove here today. For a New Yorker, I drive too much. But Pennsylvania, I've done this drive too much. Pennsylvania, it's a lot. It is I love Pittsburgh. I do. But there's a lot of places that are not Pittsburgh. Holy shit, dude. I do a lot of stuff to try to break up the drive, you know? And I sometimes I like to see like weird shit when I'm on the road. And today I went and I saw like an abandoned bridge, like in central Pennsylvania, which like I feel like is really appropriate for Pennsylvania, right? Because Pennsylvania is just one big abandoned bridge. It's just two places that you'd like to be. Just a bunch of stuff that doesn't support me in the middle. It was a long drive. Holy shit, yeah. It's so crazy. Oh man. I don't know. It's funny too. Like when you're on the freeway, like driving, like okay, when you're on like the 70 or the 80, like advertising is one thing, right? Like they think that you have a dream, you know, that you have like some life to go home to. And, you know, like it's like a boat that you can't afford, but like they're like, no, you got this. But then I was driving and I was driving through Butler County. Have you been? See it? All of you look like you have your teeth. That's cool. I was driving through Butler. I saw an advertisement a little different. I saw this sign. It was just a white sign with black writing that said, "We got jet skis." Okay, no address. No phone number. They're just like, no, you know. So insane. Yeah, I live in New York City. They say it's the place where if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. But have you ever been to Lancaster? I am so sorry. This person is from there. He made it out. Let's give a round of applause for that. Honestly, hey Joe, fuck you and me. You're great. That's the Lord's work you're doing. I did a show in Lancaster last night.
Oh God.
I'm alive, which is like kind of surprising, right? That's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's a weird place. It feels like all the playgrounds in Lancaster are still metal because they think that tetanus is better than the vaccine. You know? It's a fucking weird place. I don't know. I've lived in New York City for a long time. I live in a neighborhood. So I'm getting gentrified out of a neighborhood that I already gentrified. I don't like that. It sucks. I bet a lot of you know what that feels like right now. Picked a buddy of mine before the show, and it was another place that I'd never been, and I was like, it was the neighborhood where like the bike lanes are nicer than the actual road. You know those kind of neighborhoods. I don't know. I live in this neighborhood called Greenpoint in Brooklyn though, and there's like two different parts of Greenpoint. You know, because like people think it's fancy now, like you're a little bougie if you live in Greenpoint, but there's two different versions, right? There's one side where it's just a lot of hot yoga. It's like acai bowls as well. A lot of, which I literally just learned it's not acai bowls. That's why I live on this side of Greenpoint. There's a road called McGinnis, and then People Who Still Deserve Love. And it's different on this side of my neighborhood. A restaurant opened up on my block recently. It's like a fusion restaurant. It's part Indian food and part cash for gold. It's kind of fancy. It's kind of fancy. I don't know. I have a set list and I'm already off track. I don't know. I travel a lot for this, and this is how I am every day, which is crazy. I was in South Dakota last week. Have you been? Yeah. Don't do that. What? Those who said yeah? What? Oh, okay. That's actually one of the 4 people I know. All right. Well, that says more about us than it says about you guys, actually. I was in South Dakota. Very conservative people there. Obviously, this is Pennsylvania. I just drove across. I know you have them as well, but they're very different. Like, conservatives in South Dakota are so fucking funny, and they have no clue what's happening. It's so insane. I saw this sign. I was driving, and I saw this sign. This billboard said, "Do you regret your abortion?" We can help. Okay, how? What's your fucking plan? I feel like that's a threat at a certain point. Crazy, dude. I want them to have that same mindset, right? Mile down the road, another billboard says, "Do you regret keeping it?" You're on your own. You fucked up. This is on you. We're not here for you. This is funner than I thought it was going to be. When I was in South Dakota, actually, I was doing a comedy festival. And because I'm trans, yes, I'm brave, thank you. Wait. I said I'm trans, not a good person. You'll find out. I am trans. Actually, clap it up if we have queer people here. All right, I'm actually sorry that I made that happen. Okay, were you told that you were brave when you came out?
Yes, no.
Okay, just all the lesbians. No. Subaru. I can parallel park. I don't know. When I live in Brooklyn. Guys, I'm not brave. Have you been to Brooklyn? Maybe Shady Side. Maybe that's Lawrenceville. Lawrenceville is pretty gay, right? That's all right. I'm trying to connect. Okay. I used up all my local references in the first 3 minutes, and I think that's where I fucked up. I was told I was brave though when I came out, but in Brooklyn, it's so gay. It's so you're not brave at this point. In Brooklyn, if you come out, you're not brave. I feel like at this point, if you live in Brooklyn and you don't do butt stuff, people think you're at the Capitol on the 6th. All right? I'm gonna be fine. That's all I'm saying. I'll be fine. Just checking my affirmations. All right. Nobody told me I'm beautiful, so I'm good. Okay, I got that. Check. In South Dakota, I was doing this festival. I was on a queer show, which, fine. Guys, I was on this show, and at this show, I decided that not all queer people have to hang out together. All right, you already know I'm not for everyone, right? That's fair. The show it was comedy and drag queens. No, thank you. All right. Guys, why are they so happy? What do I? They seem like they're really pumped. They woke up. Like, what's that like? I don't know. So, the main issue is like when I'm on a show with drag queens, I sometimes have to explain which one I'm doing. This is refund material if you were going to a drag show, right? Like that's not. They're like, oh my gosh, she gave up, right? That's crazy. It's my best friend who was laughing a little too hard. A little too hard, I thought. And that hurts, and we're going to talk about it later. I don't know, after the show, I had to explain to somebody the difference between trans women and drag queens, and they said it's the main difference. It's effort. Oh man, drag queens try so hard. They know how to contour. Fuck you, dude. I downloaded TikTok just to figure out how to, and nothing. All right, the main issue that I have with drag queens though is actually that all their names are better than any joke I've ever written. I hate it. Guys, like I paid money to a lawyer, right? And I went to court with that lawyer, and I picked Bailey and not Sharon Needles. Right? I fucked up, right? Like I thought, one chance. I had one chance, and I fucked up. I don't know. No thought went to change my name. Guys, I was 10 years old when I knew I was trans. And then 20 years later, I just realized I forgot the name thing. Like, no thought. I was at the court. They were like, go see the bailiff. And I was like, bailiff. I like it. I'll take one. Bag it up. Let's do this shit. No thought. I don't know. Some people are real serious when they pick their name. I had this friend. Okay. First, I know now that I'm supposed to support everybody. However, my friend's getting ready to come out. She goes that, hey, do you guys know the goddess queen of the underworld? The fuck do you want? She goes, well, you can now call me Persephone. It's like, oh my god, dude, that's why they hate us. You stupid bitch. We have so much on our plate right now without you pulling this shit. It's your fucking journey, alright? Like, give me a shout when you get back. So insane. I don't know. I changed my name like 9 years ago. And, thank you so much. It's too late, you know it. It's too late. I don't get dead named in my life very often, except for one situation in my life, and it's when I check the mail, which is insane, right? Because the Postal Service does nothing reliably except for ruin my day. It's so crazy. Like, okay, I don't know there's one company that's really bad. I keep on getting mail from one company that can't wrap their head around me changing my name and maybe having a fluid identity, and it's a cable company called Spectrum. Spectrum. Really? You can't, dude, fuck, okay. Okay. They're constant. But I get it so often that now I've decided that I'm going to finally send them that modem I stole from them. But it's not going to Spectrum. It's going to fucking Time Warner. All right? Like, actually, Mr. Time Warner. All right? You can go fuck yourself. All right. I feel like Time Warner was not the people who took over Spectrum in Pittsburgh, and that is fine. I did my research. You guys have Spectrum. But it seems like maybe you didn't have Time Warner, and I think that's where we all fell apart. Never do a male joke. Did you say it was Comcast? Okay, relax. You remember when you were like, oh, she's so pretty, but now you're like, oh, fuck you. You guys are fun. This is such a, oh my God. You know what's actually really funny? This show happened because I was doing a show, I don't know. Okay, thank you.
We saved you from them.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Dude, okay, yeah. What's that neighborhood? What was wrong? What happened that day?
They were the rich bitches.
Okay, so that's what happened. But they also all had like dirty cowboy boots, and like, how were they rich and also that? It was such a weird. What neighborhood was that? Hastings, is that a thing to anybody? Good. Don't even Google it. It's they don't need you. You don't need them. It was such a weird show. It was actually funny because I had enough fun, but I have such a low bar. But we were in Hastings, and I had like enough fun. It was only one couple that walked out when they realized I was what it was. And then afterwards I was like, oh, that was fun enough. But then the owner of this restaurant was there and was like, I'm really sorry about that. We're not all like that. And I was like, I had fun. And they were like, that was pretty rough, huh? I was like, oh, I have a bad read on this. And he was like, you should come back and we'll fix it. And it's like, I didn't think it was needed to be fixed, but I guess that's how the show went. Was it? Am I just okay? Thanks for coming back, guys. Clap it up for these folks. But are you guys married?
Yes.
Yeah? How long have you been married?
5 years.
5 years? Oh, okay. 5 years. It's kind of young to be married for 5 years. At 16 I met somebody, and at 19 we got married. And to this day we're still divorced. They're very, very divorced. We were Christian kids, though. You guys probably know about being Christian kids and just ready to move on. It's so insane. Why is it that every Christian kid's parents are like, oh, you're good. Just keep going. You're like, yeah, you should marry somebody immediately. Like, it's like putting kids in a rowboat out to the sea. You know, you're just like, you'll be fine. Like, oh fuck, what about a life jacket? Like, no, life jackets are a sin. Just go. So insane. We are divorced. Clap it up if you're divorced here. It was the fucking saddest tiny clap. Holy fuck, dude. But honestly, that was the correct clap for it, because we were all exhausted. Divorce is so, first off, it's way too easy to get married. It's so, like, okay, wedding is one thing, but getting married, it's like $40. Go to the courthouse, whimsical afternoon, fucking 2 pieces of paper, done. So easy. Divorce, different, a little different. Guys, my divorce cost me $4,000, which is insane that I've ever had. $4,000. I mean, look at this. Okay. 62 pieces of paper to figure out who kept the Nissan Cube. Seems excessive, right? I feel like that seems excessive. The worst part, though, is like it took 3 years to finalize my divorce, which is like what takes that long to quit? Can you imagine you were just at work and just one day you know what, Ted? Fucking quit. But I will be in my office for a while, just thinking about it. Nobody can use it until I'm done, all right? So insane. Yeah, I got divorced. The last couple of years we were married, we were polyamorous. Do you guys know what poly is? That was very assertive, yeah. It's just, this is all one polycule back here. spokesperson. Like, yes, we all know. I drove here. Phil is driving home. Polly, fuck, it's just diet divorce. So it's just an exit strategy, really. If you're here, you don't know what poly is. It's just when you have multiple partners and your partners have multiple partners and everybody pretends it's fine. Real life humans walking among us. It's crazy. I like that you're upset about this, and I feel like your friends are like doing it right, you know. And that's fine. I don't know if it's so insane. I don't know why like every poly person acts like they're on some noble quest that nobody asked them to go on. You ever talk to these people? They're like, it's so hard but so rewarding. It's like, fuck you, all right? Like, we don't need more of you on the market, all right? Go home, Natalie. So insane. I don't know. The only thing that was hard, I do remember one thing being hard about being poly. I remember I was dating this girl. It was going really well, and like we were getting real serious. And at one point, she takes me to dinner. She goes, you know, I love you so much, but I can't do this anymore because I hate your wife. And I was like, dude, I do too. That's why please don't leave me right now. I need this so bad right now. It's so crazy. We started having like threesomes and foursomes at that point, which I'd seen in the movies. Seemed like it fun. I've got notes though. Okay. First off, like a healthy threesome is just 90% talking. Is a lot of communication, right? Which like can be hot, you know. But like you have to know what you're doing, you know. Like if you it starts off with like, is it okay if I, you know, consent? Hot. Get moving, and somebody else is like, oh my god, yes, harder, faster. So then I like to slide in with, are you mad at me? Look, that's clear communication, you know? It's less hot and evident, you know. I know that now. It sucks too because even if it goes well, even if you know what you're doing, you don't get to tell anybody without sounding like a fucking creep. All right? Like, there's no way, like, the words we use are real important, but like it always goes wrong, you know? Like if you think about like okay, threesomes and foursomes, we have words like menage a trois. Right? Fuck yeah. Very hot. Anything over 4 people at once though, and there's only one word for it, and that is orgy. Gross. Gross, right? Like, hey, if you had a friend, right, who was like, oh, this weekend I was part of a menage a trois. You're like, oh my god. That's like a carefully cultivated experience. Between adults, you know? That same friend, a week later. Oh, this weekend I was part of an orgy. You're like, dude, that is open signups for community softball. Just like, hey guys, we're gonna be in the park around 7 on Saturday. If you're available, you should swing by. We're looking for more catchers. So insane. This is so fun. I want to do this. I'm just going to do like another 94 minutes and it's going to be fun. I should talk about this. I do look like this every day. The tattoos, clap it up here. Tattooed here. And clap it up if you have bad tattoos. It's the same question, guys. It is the same. None of our ideas should go down in history. You know that, right? I don't care if it's about your grandma. Fuck your grandma. You're like, I see that she died on the 3rd of February or whatever. Like, fuck her. Everybody's tattoos are so dumb. Who's got a really dumb tattoo and wants, like, who's got dumb tattoos? See, I should have forced you to, okay, front and center, bad tattoos. What's your worst tattoo? Oh, you're already getting undressed before What's your bad tattoo?
I have a hamster from a video game.
I'll handle this. What the fuck are you talking about? So, I was already on board. The hamster part? Dope. Let's see where this goes. From a video game? What video game? What are you talking about? Is this normal? Okay, all of you guys got quiet because you're like, the video game thing was normal to me. Fuck you guys.
Called Hamtaro, Ham Heartbreak. Were you playing? And you missed the other hamster's relationship. You were all around.
So let's just regroup for a second. I think it's important that everybody else knows that you guys came together. Oh, you guys came. Okay, I'm so glad that this wasn't an established relationship and you still didn't know what the fuck was wrong with this person. And so you said a lot of puns, and why was this so important to you?
It was my favorite game as a kid, and I plan on being fully tattooed, so I'm sure it's not going to be my only dumb tattoo.
How old were you when you started playing this video game?
I would say, like, maybe 8.
And so then 10 years went by. And you're like, fucking finally.
I waited 20 years to get it done. This is recent.
My time has come. The only thing that matters to me is Hamlet from Ham Chop. I want to be as confident as you when I grow up. Because, I mean, you have so much joy on your face, and I don't understand what happened that got you here, but I'm happy for you. I'm not jealous at all. Holy shit, that's so... Give it up for this weird person. Holy shit. I feel like we all grew together right now. I feel like we're closer, whether you wanted it to happen or not. I don't know. Wow. A lot of... Oof. That really just... I'm going to just take a nap for a moment. I don't know. Okay, so there was a lot of people that said they had bad tattoos. Did anybody else here learn the hard way that tattoos about the Bible last longer than your belief? The Bible, anybody? The dark seats over there. You fucked up, guys. I started getting tattooed at 18. My mom didn't want me to, so for a while, I just get vaguely Christian tattoos. Man, only cover up I've ever gotten. I had a Bible verse on my chest. But then I got a boob job. And then suddenly men wanted to talk about the gospel. It's definitely not why I did that. Yeah, another dumb one. Has anybody here ever lived in New York City? Okay. Do you guys remember that when you realize that it's not worth it? Remember, it's like right after you put your deposit down. You're like, oh, it blows. It really sucks here. When I first moved there, I wanted to move away for a long time, but I couldn't because 9 months after I moved to New York City, I got my knuckle tattoos. Let's say Brooklyn. Fucking dipshit. I moved somewhere with 8 letters and I thought I'd cracked the code. So dumb. I don't know. But I think the worst thing about being this tattooed, though, is that people always want to talk to you about your tattoos. But it's really only because they want to talk about both of theirs. Guys, it's fucking, if it's ever every time. I was at this party recently. This girl, she like traps me in the kitchen. She's like, "Oh my God, I love your tats." No. No. If you call them tats, you get charged twice as much. And they make fun of you when you leave. She's like, "I love your tats. I'm just so addicted. Aren't you addicted?" I'm like, "I want you to die." But like, I don't look like this because I'm pumped about life. All right, like, this is coping. All right. Immediately, she shows me her wrist. It just says, "Believe." And then she pulls up her shirt, and on her ribcage is an infinity symbol that says, "Just breathe." I was like, oh my God, those aren't tattoos. Those are TJ Maxx pillows you can't throw away. Fucking breathe somewhere else, bitch. So insane. It sucks because when you're this tattooed, you can't go anywhere and nothing normal happens. I went to Staples recently. I was like making flyers for a show that nobody wanted to go to. And by the way, do you know you can still go to Staples, by the way? That's great. There are people inside, they need you. Was at Staples, got some stuff, went to check out, and the cashier, she didn't start with any of the classics, like hello. Like, how did you find the moleskins okay? You know, like, what was just... She goes, "Oh my God, did those on your neck hurt?" I guess we're doing this, right? I was like, "Well, yeah, of course, they hurt." She's like, "Wow, well, either way, you've got balls." I was like, "Not anymore, dude. What are you fucking doing? Do you work here? What is this?" I don't know. I did start getting tattooed mainly because I grew up in punk rock. Anybody fuck with punk rock? Very, very fast clap back there. I got into punk initially though from Christian punk. Yep. Don't. It's rough, man. It's bad. We had shirts like "Piercing saved my life," just the hands. Yo, that's right. I love a good yo. Another one, JCHC. Any guesses on that one?
Jesus Christ hardcore.
Jesus Christ hardcore. Yes. Also my favorite porn category. So one guy gets nailed while his 12 friends watch. It's very hot. It is very, very hot. It's very hot. Speaking of which, I'm in a sex club in New York. I like somebody bracelet herself. I am in a sex club, but only because I'm still on the mailing list. Yes, mailing list. Their marketing is better than any comedy show I've ever been on. They're so good. But the biggest problem is there's no unsubscribe button, which is kind of hot. Right? Like you, the only way to get off this list is you have to email them and let them know that you're now boring. And so I can't do it. I used to go to this party a long time ago. I went for a long time. I loved it because they're like really like embrace you, you know, whoever you are. But after going to this party for a little while, I just realized I'm not interesting at all. Not fun to be around. I like to go early to set up. If that's who I am. This party was weird. It had something for everybody. You know, I went to this party. One time I showed up and immediately there's just like a naked girl wrapped in plastic wrap, just hanging from the rafters. I was like, hot. Like, I love that for you. So I went further into that party, and in the middle of the room was a guy on all fours getting hit with a newspaper. I love it. You know, glad you got that. You know, that's great. I was there looking for someone who loves me for me, which is pretty hot, right? That's okay, it's not hot. Okay. I see that now. I see that. Okay, thank you. This has been so much fucking fun. You guys keep it going for the rest of the show and everybody that you've seen so far. This is so fucking fun. I don't know. I do this. I go on the road a lot, and you can tell that I don't really think ahead very often. So I am trans, which means I've been like a basic white woman for about 9 years now. I'm killing it, obviously. I read all the books. And chapter 1, true crime podcast. Clap if you like true crime. Just a bunch of basic bitches. Just studying. I'm just trying to figure out how we might die, you know. I was trying to Virginia to do a show recently though. I was just listening to like true, just horrific shit. Just murder and horrific shit for 6 hours. And then I got to Virginia. I want to take a break from driving. So I just went on a hike. Alone. Just asking for it. Just a true crime podcast waiting to happen. Guys, it's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be called She Had It Coming. Stupid bitch. That same trip, I was driving from Asheville to Chattanooga. I don't know if you guys know, my people don't go to Tennessee on purpose right now. Not our favorite place. And so I was like thinking, much like New Yorkers often do, and you probably also think like anytime you're going to a small town, they're going to be closed-minded. You know, we're the big open-minded, smart people, whatever. I was thinking this about Chattanooga until I was on the freeway. And I saw a sign that said, Chattanooga, 25 miles, or 40 kilometers. Guys, kilometers. Guys, Tennessee was the one to be like, you know what? Some people think differently than we do. Tennessee. Look, I don't even need them to understand my identity. If the metric system is still up the gross. Holy shit, dude. So amazing. I don't know. I gotta land this plane sometime soon. We got parents here? Hell yeah. How old are your kids?
30.
Take your time. Oh, okay. No, that is actually.
Evan.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Clap it, clap. Oh. So brave. Oh, so brave. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm like, that's so surprising to me. I don't know. I don't want to have kids. I'm at the age where you have to decide or like whatever, you know. But the problem is I already have one. That's a piece of shit. I have like you got sad. That's cool. I have a 16-year-old non-binary kid. Because of fucking course I do. Right? Can you imagine if I just had a straight boy that was good at lacrosse? He hates you, right? Like, this is your fault. That's crazy. When they came out to me, though, I do have to be honest, the very first thing that came to my mind was like, dude, you cannot do this. All right? Because this is what they said would happen. Guys, we're just a Fox News Chiron come to life at this point. Making them right. Yeah, they had a hard time coming out to me, which it was like, dude, this is the only thing I've ever followed through with in my goddamn life, you know? But your other mom is going to be pissed. She did not like when I did it. So just don't do it on my week, okay? They started using, just recently, they told me they use all pronouns, which, nope. Nope. I was like, dude, I taught you one thing. is you pick a pronoun, and then when people with good intentions fuck up, you fuck them over. Like, you cut them out of your life. All right, like, I taught you one thing. This is not how you live your life. So I don't understand them anymore. And so that's why we're not gonna win. I don't know. I gotta get out of here. Probably say something funny before I leave. Anybody else have any jokes that they want me to do? It's kind of funny. So I don't know if you see like queer comics or like female comics right now, but it's like really popular for like shit on straight white guys. That's sort of a real big thing, which I wouldn't do that here. I don't want to do that. Thank you for being here so much. I need you. I need you guys. It's kind of funny. Like, I don't know. It's so bad right now that like I feel bad for straight white guys though, because you get shit on constantly, right? And you're just supposed to be like, yeah, you're right. I'm a piece of shit. I was learning. I was trying, but I am a piece of shit. It sucks, man. You know. And look, dude, I've been there. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, you know. But I do have to say, like, there's only one thing that I do have a problem with, and it's actually progressive straight white guys right now, and it's only because right now they just know too much. All right, like they know all the right words to use, but still ruin my day. All right, I was on this show recently. And this the host, he didn't know me, so he was trying to do like the progressive thing by defaulting to they them pronouns. Cute, you know. Like I get that that's a progressive thing, but I didn't spend 10 G's on these to be undetermined. All right, guys, I'm Bailey Pope. Keep it going for your house. Thank you so much.